Alright guys, we're on week 3, day 2 of writing, and today's going to be very similar to what we did yesterday. We're going to read the text, the missing links, and then we're going to go ahead and answer some comprehension questions to check our understanding. So again, don't forget you can use your think marks, draw on the margins, write yourself notes, underline, highlight, whatever it is that you do to help you better understand the text. Here we go. The Missing Lynx by Kathy Cranking. Meet the most endangered wild cat in the world, the Iberian lynx. Thank goodness that pronunciation was there. Otherwise, I would have no idea how to say Iberian. Here we go. 100 years ago, thousands of these lynxes roamed Spain and nearby Portugal, part of the region that makes up Iberia. But by the 1990s, they were missing from almost the entire area. Fewer than 100 remained in the wild. Guys, I'm going to write a C here for text-to-text connection because I noticed that this had something similar to the past text we read yesterday. Both areas had a small number of a certain type of animal. Let's keep reading. There are a number of reasons Iberian lynxes have become so rare. One reason is that some of the land they need has been taken for farming and building. Another is that roads cut through the lynx's habitat, so the cats are sometimes hit by cars. Also, people illegally kill them. That makes me sad, guys. I'm going to draw a sad face. These poor lynxes are losing their homes to many reasons. Let's see if this situation gets better. But one of the biggest reasons the lynxes are disappearing has to do with their diet. These cats eat rabbits and little else. Unfortunately, in the last 60 years, rabbits in the lynx areas have become almost wiped out by disease and hunting. As the rabbits disappeared, the lynxes have too. So this is really as much a story about missing rabbits as it is about missing lynxes. To save the lynxes, scientists have to help with the rabbits. Oh, I'm going to make another text-to-text connection here because both texts had scientists helping animals in the wild. Paragraph 4. To help the lynxes, scientists came up with a plan to bring the rabbits they created. I'm sorry, let me start that paragraph over. I was reading a little bit too fast. To help the lynxes, scientists came up with a plan to bring back the rabbits. They created rabbitats. The word is a cross between rabbit and habitats. In the rabbitats are artificial burrows, tubes that go underground in the way that real rabbits do. The scientists put fences around big areas containing the rabbitats. The fences were high enough to keep out rabbit predators, such as foxes, mongooses, and boars. But lynxes could easily jump over them. That meant they wouldn't have to compete with other predators for food. Guys, this is making me excited. I'm going to write an exclamation point because now the lynxes have a way to get their food without no other competition. Finally, the scientists released more than 1,000 rabbits into the rabbitats. The rabbits had been given shots to protect them from disease. With fewer predators and with ready-made burrows to live in, the rabbits would be able to start breeding right away. Operation Lynx. Putting back the rabbits was part 1 of the puzzle. Putting back the lynxes was another. When scientists first saw how endangered the Iberian lynx had become, they took some wild lynxes and brought them to breeding centers. There the animals could mate and have babies in safety. The goal was to have more lynxes to release back into the wild. Over the years, the lynxes in the breeding centers multiplied. Finally, it was time to release some of them, making the lynxes welcome. But before that could happen, scientists needed to work with landowners to stop them from killing lynxes that came into their properties. The landowners wanted to hunt the rabbits for themselves and didn't want the lynxes to get them first. Now scientists have been able to convince many landowners to allow lynxes to live on their land. The scientists explained to the landowners that the lynxes keep other rabbit predators out of their territory. That means there can still be plenty of rabbits for both the lynxes and the hunters. Once many landowners had agreed, the lynxes were released. I like that everybody's on the same page here. Hope for the future. The lynxes have adapted well to their new home and are even having lots of babies. In addition to releasing captive bred lynxes, scientists had moved some wild lynxes to new areas where there hadn't been any in a long time. After all these efforts to rescue the Iberian lynx, there is some good news. In the last 10 years, the lynx population has tripled. Today, more than 300 lynx roam free. There's still a long way to go, but the hope is that these special cats are on the road to recovery. I'm going to put a big smiley face because I'm happy to hear how successful this plan is and how successful it will continue to be in the future. Let's go ahead and check our comprehension, guys. Number 16, Part A. What is the meaning of the phrase wiped out as it's used in paragraph 3 of the article The Missing Lynx? Destroyed, made very tired, hidden, or pushed away. I'm going to go back to paragraph 3 and try these possibilities in the sentence to see which makes most sense. All right, here we go. Paragraph 3. One of the biggest reasons the lynxes are disappearing has to do with their diet. These cats eat rabbits and little else. Unfortunately, in the last 60 years, rabbits in lynx areas have been almost wiped out by disease and hunting. So have the rabbits been destroyed by disease and hunting? Have they been made very tired by disease and hunting? Have they been hidden by disease and hunting? Or have they been pushed away by disease and hunting? Go ahead and pick your answer, guys. All right, let's go ahead and pick our text evidence. Part B. Which word from paragraph 3 helps the reader understand the meaning? Biggest. Does that give a clue to the answer you chose? Diet. Does that give you a clue to what wiped out could mean? Disappeared. Could that tell you what wiped out means? Or areas. Could that give you a clue to what wiped out means? Go ahead and pick your answer. All right, guys, only one more question today. But this time, when we answer part 17, we're going to be taking information from both texts. So make sure you're thinking back to the text we read yesterday and also the text that we read today. It says, which statement describes an important point found in both articles? So when we're reading our answer choices, ask yourself, was this information from one article, both articles, or none of the articles? Here we go. A. Scientists brought in smaller animals to help feed larger animals. Did that happen in both texts? B. Scientists worked to return animals to their natural habitats. Was that in both texts? C. Scientists warned hunters not to harm the endangered animals. Did that happen in both texts? And D. Scientists had a difficult time saving the endangered animals. Did that happen in both texts? Go ahead and pick your answer. Remember, if you're not sure if it happened in either of the informational texts, just go back and skim to see if you can find it there. If you have to pause the video, go ahead. And part B. Which detail from the missing lynx supports the answer to part A? Roads cut through the lynx's habitat, so the cats are sometimes hit by cars. Now, is that in both texts? B. Release more than 1,000 rabbits to the rabbitats. C. The landowners wanted to hunt the rabbits for themselves. Or D. Also moved some wild lynxes to new areas. Now, while we're trying to find the information from the missing lynx, we want to ask ourselves which one of these text evidence could be described about activities done by scientists in both articles. So go ahead and choose your answer. All right, guys. So that's the end of writing today. Tomorrow I'll see you for some pre-writing. Talk to you tomorrow.